Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new Last of Us spoiler review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg. Today we're talking about the HBO's Season 2, Episode 2, one of, I think, the most important episodes in TV history with Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2. Here we're going to break down in spoiler fashion. So today in this video, the first bit of this review will be in a TV show spoiler fashion where I don't reference future things in the game. And then I'll have the second part of the review be video game spoilers, meaning how this will affect future events in the game. I will bring up some things they changed in the beginning part, but nothing that they're spoiling ahead of time. So I don't want to spoil you guys who have not played Last of Us Part 2. So welcome back to a brand new video here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg. If you're new to the channel, guys, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I do movie, TV show reviews, ad theater reactions, movie franchise rankings, and a box office show every Monday. So please subscribe, ring the bell, comment down below. What are your thoughts on Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2? If you've not played the game, did this break you, or did this make you not want to watch any more episodes of Last of Us? If you've played Part 2, did they do this better than the game, worse than the game? And let me know, what do you think they'll do different moving forward over the next 2 or 3 seasons of the show? Love to hear your thoughts and join the discussion down below. And guys, also please hit that thumbs up button down below. Helps YouTube recommend more videos to my videos to more people. So I do want to apologize for putting out this review very late in the week. I was very busy throughout the weekend last weekend. And then not just did that happen, I got very sick probably Monday through Wednesday. And even though I was feeling better on Wednesday, I just felt like it was better for me to not work and just do this for you guys today. So sorry, I'll be back with Last of Us Season 2, Episode 3 on Monday. Full spoiler review of the episode. You won't have to wait like this for last time. So this, as I said, is, again, spoilers. This is just TV spoilers, not going to spoil anything future for the video game. This I knew going into this episode. I said this in the video game spoilers last week. I assumed they would have to kill Joel off in this episode. And there were people who played Part 2 who were thinking maybe they'll drag out Joel's death maybe towards the end of the season, middle of the season, because obviously Joel in the show and Pedro Pascal have become so famous that could they pull off doing it very early on? But again, as someone who played the game, I've told everyone who's played the game, and even people who knew about that he was going to die, that wanted to talk to me about when I thought they would kill him, I said they have to do it maximum the second episode. They can't wait more than 2 episodes because the whole plot and story drives on the fact of everyone's reaction and drive to Joel's death. And I felt like if they dragged it out, they would just be kind of doing nothing for episodes on end. And now I've heard so many, very similar to us who played the game back in 2020, that I knew right away that not just would video game fans be divisive, but really non-video game people would be very divisive on the killing of Joel very early in the show. That's why people were very hesitant on would they do it. I am still very happy they went through with this early, because it wouldn't feel like Last of Us Part 2 unless they killed Joel right away. So there are a lot of changes, though, to the game that they did in this episode. One of them is basically the siege on Jackson, because in the video game, and I'm not spoiling future events, in the video game, we kind of kick off with Jesse getting Ellie, but it's Ellie who goes on with Dina while Tommy goes off with Joel on the mission. Now, in this episode, Tommy is the leader of the Jackson crew against this horde of infected coming in. So Joel goes off with Dina, which I thought was a good pivot because it makes, I think, the heartbreak of Joel dying even harder for Tommy, but also they established Joel and Dina's relationship in episode 1, which again was not a part at all of the video game, which I thought was so far been the best adaptation, which is that Joel, after really his struggling relationship with Ellie, has kind of built this also kind of father-daughter relationship with Dina. And then Ellie goes with Jesse into the field, which again was different because Ellie builds more stuff with Dina while Tommy goes with Joel. So I thought that was all. I actually thought solid changes. I thought we could have I guess my only nitpick is we've missed more time together with Ellie and Dina but we'll obviously get that. But I actually like the idea of putting Dina with Joel and Tommy back at the infected. I thought the addition of this infected horde with the bloater going after Jackson was a really good idea. And it made the episode itself a little bit less depressing because once you get Joel is Ellie's in the field and once they know that Joel's with Abby, things get out of control, depressing because you're not cutting back and forth between this stuff and the Jackson stuff. It's all focused on Joel. So I thought they did a really good job. This episode was gorgeous to look at, absolutely gorgeous to look at. The sets were amazing. The designs of the bloater and the infected themselves were amazing. It was very intense. The action was fantastic. As someone who played the Last of Us games, you really can't believe all these sets are built practical sets, and they actually filmed this during a blizzard. The tangibleness of the show really comes out. It's all credit to Craig Mazin and the whole team who put the adaptation of this game together because they've really done such a marvelous job adapting this game. But we get kind of the element that's also different from the game, which was obviously we get Abby talking with the rest of her crew. And, Owen says that he has a plan, doesn't want to tell Abby yet. And Abby says, I'll go out, I'll check on them, and I'll give you more time to come up with a plan. But we also get more stuff, which that Owen's plan the whole time was to get Abby out of here because there's so much security. There was no way they were going to get in, kill Joel, anything like that. Now, the biggest change in the show that I do not like from the video game, my favorite part of the video game was the kill of Joel was a major twist. And maybe they were afraid, and it probably would piss off more people if they had no idea who this character was and then they killed Joel. For me, it made the death hit so much harder because in the game, we pick up with Abby in the house that they're in at the beginning of the episode. And we don't know her name. We get her name quickly, but we have no idea why she's there. When she gets picked up when Joel picks her up, you have no idea that she's even thinking about killing Joel. So, and because also you play as Abby for a bit before Joel picks her up. So you really don't think this could be someone who kills Joel. And then when they go back to the house on the mountain, that's when you reveals that when she shoots him, you're like, holy crap, is this really going to happen? That twist of it, I think would have probably pissed more people off. But for me, who liked the game, and that was my favorite part of the twist, I think they should have left that in the show. That's just me. That is just my opinion. But the execution of, Dina yelling for Joel's name so she knows instantly, right? After Joel saves her life. And then you have also the scene where she's trying to get away from the infected. Really well done. So cool, just like the game. And that's when we get to the house, the lodge. Dina gets put with the needle, and they basically tell her, we're not here to kill Dina. She's going to be asleep for an hour. We're just here for Joel. And Abby goes on a much longer speech than they did in the game. I love the speech. I thought Caitlin Dever knocked this episode out of the park. This should easily get her nominated, if not win, multiple awards. She was absolutely breathtaking in this episode. She obviously, which a lot of people don't like, Abby was very jacked. I don't mind actually that she's not this jacked up person. She felt like a threat the entire show so far. And you can really feel her rage, her revenge when she was like, Isaac and us at the Wolves, it's WLFs, excuse me. We have a code that we don't kill people without, obviously, who have weapons and things like that. But I'm going against this code only for this. And you then realized how serious this was. And then I revealed this in the video game, spoilers last week, but Ellie kills Joel because the one doctor who can get the cure for all of this was Ellie's father, and that is who Joel kills. And Joel kills the doctor, and they re-show it, and it's really depressing if you play yourself in Abby's shoes, because he just walks in, shoots the doctor without looking at him, and just walks over him like he's not a human being. And if you look at that from Abby's perspective, you would understand why she would kind of be enraged by that. Now, she obviously doesn't know that Joel killed him like that, but that is a very vicious death to a doctor who, of course, is Ellie's dad. And that's why Ellie goes on this revenge path. Um, and it gets very serious. She starts beating up at the golf club. They give Pedro, this version of Joel, the same look that he had in the video game. And that is when Ellie comes in, and it is just very emotional. I've played the game twice and I've watched it 4 times. I'm even getting choked up now watching it. It's hard for me not to cry. I think I've cried every single time I've seen Joel die now. This is like the 7th probably time I've seen it. I never get dulled and how much emotional it is for me. And they do it differently because when Ellie gets there in the game, she just keeps beating with the golf club and his face kind of is unrecognizable. She stabs him with the broken golf club through the neck. As you know, how much they tell you how much she's been beating up Joel. And Ellie kills Joel. And I think a lot of people, it's funny watching reactions to people who don't play the game. And they're like, is that really they're killing Joel now? And they do. It is extremely depressing. And a nice Easter egg too, the song that was being played at the end, who was being sung as they were bringing Joel's body back, and Tommy, they reunites with his wife, with Maria, is that Ashley, I think her name's Ashley Johnson. She's the one who played Ellie in the video game. I was like, this sounds like Ellie, but not Bella Ramsey. And it was the actual video game actress who played Ellie, who sings that song, which I thought was a really amazing Easter egg. Neil Druckmann built it up before the episode on social media that watch out for this big Easter egg towards the end of the episode. It's a very devastating episode. I knew a lot of people would be pissed off. And the big differences between the video game and the show from a perspective of being pissed off is right after Joel dies, you can just continue playing the game for how long you want to keep playing for to know what happens. But with this week-to-week release, fans of just the show have to wait a whole week and sit on this death for a week straight without getting any answers with what's next. And I knew that would piss a lot of people off. I saw a lot of people saying, I'm never watching the show again. Joel's the entire show to them. I was someone who was devastated, did have to take like an hour break from playing the game to come back on the game to play again. I am pro plus the game. So if you're nervous about the direction of the show, I'm here to tell you, I actually really like the direction that they're probably going to go down with both Abby and Ellie. I would not jump off the boat here. If you don't like what's going on towards the end of season 2, I totally get you guys jumping off the boat. I would not quit the show because of this twist. I would finish the season. There's 7 episodes in the season, so we still have 5 episodes to go before we are through season 2 of The Last of Us. And I'm very intrigued on where they end things as someone who plays the video game. So I will end it here. If you've just watched the show, very devastating episode. I think for the most part, they nailed it. I thought it was a great episode. I thought it was honestly fantastic. Outside of the twist not being that you didn't know Abby was killing Joel, the fact that you already know the motivation. Outside of that, this to me was one of the best episodes in television in a very long time. This was a phenomenal episode, amazing acting from Pedro Pascal, Bella Ramsey, and Caitlin Dever. The action, the sets, the score, the moments, it all hit in this episode. So I loved it, but I know a lot of you sadly did not. So if you have played the video game, stay put. I'm doing spoilers for the video game. If you just want to know stuff about now, if you haven't played the video game, thanks for joining me. Like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video because I'm talking video game spoilers now. So with this review happening now for the video game spoilers, I will say they are seemingly going to introduce the wolves and the Seraphites in this season. Because like what I thought they would do is do the cliffhanger, in my opinion, in the game where it's a big part where they change perspective. You play as Ellie after this until Abby is in the movie theater. When again, spoiler for the video game, if you haven't played, get away now. When Abby kills Jesse and has Tommy, hung up, and we that would be a cliffhanger for me because then we learn Abby's whole perspective before that. I'm wondering if we end on that and season 3 is a very Abby season. Now, I don't know if they could do that now because it seems like a lot of people are now turned off by the show that they killed Joel off so quickly. I don't see a lot of people believing there's any validity to Abby killing Joel. So it seems like we're going to introduce the Seraphites, the Wolves, Isaac all throughout this season. I said the big changes I didn't like, we should have gotten a little bit more Ellie Dina before Joel's death, in my opinion. We still haven't gotten the Eugene episode yet. We went to Eugene's house. We saw the weed, which we knew from the game, but obviously that's when Ellie and Dina really start to get to know each other romantically. But we didn't get that here in this. But I think it works because Tommy now will have a, I think, worse reaction to Joel's death. But overall, there's not a lot of video game future spoilers. But I didn't want to say, where do you guys think? If you've played the video game, where will they end season 2? I think they'll end at the auditorium. Do you think we even get there this season? Let me know in the comment section, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.